There's always friction when we experience change, especially at the onset when it starts, you know? But that only means that you are changing. We're never met with adversity without a reason, you know? It gives us the opportunity to show ourselves what we're truly made of. And if we're willing to step into that fire and be cleansed, we will have made ourselves completely new by being renewed altogether. And then you can use that power that you've now rebirthed yourself with to change your life. It's a fact. I've done it many, many times, and I'm really just getting started. But, you know, I'm just thinking out loud. You know how it goes. With that being said, before I get started, you can go get my new single, Third Eye.
Prepare the cabin for takeoff. Enter a quiet place. All your faces you take off. A few deep breaths and you're there. Nothing to wait for. Use this track as an accelerator. Open that third eye and
Add the link in my bio on Twitter, on Instagram. You can go buy it directly from my website as well. Affirmation music, there's much more affirmation music on the way. This was just the debut of it. So make sure you go click that link in my bio. Go support that single. All proceeds go directly to me. So your support is greatly, greatly, greatly appreciated. Thank you to everybody in advance who will support Third Eye and all of my music on Even. With that being said, we got a little topic to discuss that came up on my timeline today. And I actually saw it a couple days ago, first on my timeline, which was Lupe Fiasco versus Kendrick Lamar. Specifically, Mickey Factz, who's a very, very prominent and very amazing lyricist, right? Who I presume brought it up on the Breakfast Club. It looked like the clip that I saw was on the Breakfast Club. And they were having a little discussion on basically Mickey saying that Lupe is a better lyricist than Kendrick today. So I just want to get my take on that, you know, just thinking out loud. You know how it goes. As far as my personal preference, I'm more of a Lupe fan. I've been rocking with Lupe since his first album, literally, you know. My favorite Lupe Fiasco album is The Cool. That has some of the most amazing tracks on it that I've ever heard. Specifically, one track on The Cool that I actually love so much that I gave it my version of the remix, which is a C mix. I might drop that at some point before the year's out. I am a Kendrick fan, however. I'm a fan of what Kendrick does. You know, he's not like, I'm not a huge Kendrick fan, right? But I do appreciate what he does. You can be a fan of what somebody does. You can respect what somebody does and not like be a huge fan of what it is that they do. Like, as an example, I think Kendrick won the battle last year. He clearly won that battle last year, but I'm more of a Drake fan than Kendrick. I appreciate Drake's music more than I appreciate Kendrick's music. But Kendrick is a far better lyricist than Drake. No one can deny that.
Your name's Fire Flames. And based off the way you spell that, fam, I don't like the games. Really, I'm the torchbearer of the new class. I like the games, and you could say I'm more respected than 12, cause I'll fight the flames, and you ain't got no room to make threats. You ain't inciting things, but I'll show up behind any smoke. Just like fire flames. Hands that'll lift your spirits like a choir sang. Try to take it to gunfire, I might acquire flame.
And the reason why I would say that that's Lupe is because Lupe is more of a metaphoric storyteller, conceptual type of writer, and he has a certain flair. He puts certain inflections in his music that is unique, and in regards to storytelling, it has more of a diverse nature to it, in my opinion. You know, almost every time Lupe raps, he's telling a story, and that's not to say that Kendrick can't do that, but he has a different way of doing it. You know what I'm saying? Kendrick raps more to the extent of his sentence structure, the way he structures sentences. He's gonna eat up some bar space. He's going to hit, his breath control, the way that he structures his bars is more so in the sense of when it's not like a hit record, of course, right? Because he raps different on his hit records, if you ask me. But when he's just rapping, when he's just being K-Dot, he's going to eat up all the space that a sentence can take up in his bars. Which goes again to my point that he has amazing breath control, that he's able to do that. That's something that when I first started writing raps, I was doing quite frequently until I was challenged to songwrite differently, right? But when I was just getting on beats and rapping, like if you ever talk of an artist that is what I be, comprehending my methodology and leave you style me, bet against the all-wise C, that's prime E. That mission definition is clear. Talking high speed, rise in the morning, smile in the mirror like hi me, dropping gems on you coals, whether sober or high me, willing to put one in the chamber to defend my peace, and these words go good with anything. Yup, in my white tee, I'm mighty. 2 times the animal going Noah's Ark. Like, that was how I started out.
Unstoppable rhyming flows, abnormally sick. This writ in a common code, redefine impossible. All of you play possum gold. Line them up, they fall in line like dominoes. At the end, waiting on me, I'm sure it's a pot of gold. Punctuated pen on my checks where the commas go. Music is number in time, I shine with a timeless flow. Design is doing numbers like dominoes.